So what if your safety signs could actually talk to your security gates? I know, it sounds a little bit like science fiction, right? But it's actually the core of a completely new way of looking at workplace safety. We're talking about creating a single intelligent safety layer that sees risks coming and acts automatically. Let's dive in and see how this actually works.
Just think about it for a second. Picture a busy factory floor, a massive logistics hub, or any critical facility. You've got employees, you've got contractors, you have visitors, all moving around, all at the same time. You've got risks that are shifting by the minute, tight schedules, and just constant, non-stop change. So how on earth do you deliver clear, consistent guidance at the exact moment it's needed most?
Well, for most places, this is the reality. You've got that classic alarm fatigue, where all the beeps and alerts just turn into background noise that everyone ignores. Your standard operating procedures? They're probably stuck in a binder on a shelf somewhere, collecting dust. You have multilingual crews who might not be getting the message clearly, and the biggest one, all your key systems like safety, security, and access control, they're all working in their own little silos, not talking to each other. It's really a recipe for confusion, and it makes true, consistent safety almost impossible.
So here's the bottom line. The whole goal of a good safety system is to just get rid of confusion. That's it. When the guidance is crystal clear, when it's visual, and when it's consistent, people don't hesitate. They do the right thing the first time. This is how you move safety from being some document you read once during onboarding into a real habit that's practiced every single day.
Okay, so to make all this happen, we really need two key players. I like to think of them as the announcer and the gatekeeper. Now, they each have a very specific job to do, but as you're about to see, their real power, well, that comes when they start working together.
All right, let's break down their roles. On one side, you have your digital signage. That's our announcer. This is all about mass communication, flashing emergency alerts, showing evacuation routes, or playing quick training reminders. Then, on the other side, you have the self-service kiosks. That's the gatekeeper. This is for one-on-one verification, checking in a visitor, making sure their training is up to date, or enforcing access rules. One broadcasts to the many, the other enforces for the one. Simple, right? So you have these two powerful tools. But, and this is the key, running them separately is like having a security guard who can't talk to the emergency broadcast system. The real breakthrough, that aha moment, is when you connect them and let them talk to each other. And that is what we mean by an integrated system. It's not just a collection of gadgets anymore. It becomes a single, unified network. The rules you set at the kiosk are instantly reflected on the signs. An alert from a tiny sensor can trigger a massive response across every screen and every entry point. It's one coordinated, intelligent system.
Let's walk through how this works. Imagine a contractor walks up to a kiosk to check in, but their forklift certification has expired. The gatekeeper does its job. Bam! Entry denied. A supervisor gets an instant alert. But then, the announcer kicks in. A nearby sign immediately flashes a message saying, "Training required," and maybe it even shows a QR code to schedule it on the spot. You see? The system didn't just say no, it actually provided the solution.
Okay, now let's dial up the urgency. A gas sensor gets triggered. Instantly, the entire system snaps into action. Those production screens, they're not showing data anymore. They are now giant, clear evacuation maps. The signs in the lobby are actively guiding visitors to safety, and the kiosks, they've completely flipped into an emergency muster mode to get an accurate head count of everyone. That is a coordinated site-wide response that happens in seconds, not minutes.
Now, this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in the real world? Let's take a look at how this system performs in specific industries where, the stakes are incredibly high. In manufacturing, for instance, a kiosk can verify you have the right PPE before you even set foot on the floor, while signs can automatically start playing spill response instructions if a sensor goes off. The result? Fewer near misses. In logistics, a driver checks themselves in and boom, signs instantly warn forklift operators that a truck is moving. The outcome? A more efficient and much safer yard. It's all about applying the right rule and the right message in the right context every single time.
And the benefits here are very real and very tangible. Incident response is just faster because the system reacts instantly. Human error gets dramatically reduced because you're using automated rules that are consistent instead of relying on someone's gut feeling in a stressful moment. Everything is monitored from one central dashboard, which creates a perfect audit trail. And, so importantly, with multilingual options and clear visuals, safety becomes more inclusive for absolutely everyone on site.
When you step back and look at all this, it's pointing to a really fundamental shift in how we manage workplace safety. We're moving away from these separate, siloed tools and toward a truly intelligent, interconnected approach. And honestly, this is quickly becoming the new standard.
There's a line that just perfectly captures this entire idea. It says, "When signage and self-service operate as one, safety moves faster than risk." And that's it, right? It's all about being proactive and coordinated, not just waiting around to be reactive.
So ultimately, the promise of this whole integrated approach is simple, but it's also incredibly powerful. It's about closing the gaps between your policies on paper and your practices in reality. It leads to clearer, more confident actions from your people. And the result of all that is a genuinely safer work environment for every single person who steps on site.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about for your own environment. Is your safety program just a collection of separate tools all doing their own thing? Or is it a single, coordinated defense that truly keeps people safe? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us.